going crazy, my lucky lady. Na, 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 na. Hello, my friends! It has been a hot minute since I did a Q&A, and y'all have been asking me many questions since my life kind of drastically changed recently. If you don't know, I started college, so a bunch of y'all have been asking me questions about school and life changes and what it's like to go to school like a little bit older, since I'm not coming right out of high school, study habits, etc. So I went to Instagram and I thought that I would answer your questions today. I didn't make notes for this video. I figure we should probably start off pretty basic. Many of you want to know what I'm studying. So I'm currently declared as an English major. However, I am kind of bouncing back and forth as to whether I'm going to switch that major or not. I may switch to humanities because it's kind of a broader major, and the classes for English and the classes for humanities overlap a lot, but there's some like philosophy type classes that you get to take with humanities that you don't necessarily take with English. So like I was saying, I'm currently an English major. However, my first year of classes, it kind of doesn't really matter what my major is declared at, because most of you take the same requirement classes your whole first year. I'm going to talk to the professors who are like the heads of each major, see what they say, ask for like some career areas that people with each major are going into, and then we will see from there. This semester I'm taking an economics class, I'm taking like a math requirement class, a philosophy class, a history class, and like an English writing, college writing kind of class. All like very basic requirements. However, I'm loving them all. They're all so good. So, is school how you expected it to be? You know, I think it actually is how I expected it to be. It's probably better than what I expected it to be, but I think because I'm going into college a little bit older and I have a lot more life experience than most like freshmen just starting out, I kind of had like realistic expectations. Like, I didn't expect it all to be easy or all to be perfect, or that I'd like make besties for life in the first week, you know, like that kind of stuff. I just feel like I had a more realistic idea of what it would be like, and so it has far surpassed my expectations. It's been absolutely wonderful. Even the things that are hard or challenging, it's not like I really dislike this and wish it was different. It's just like, I have to push into this so that I can grow, get smarter, get better at studying, because all of that is an acquired skill. It is not something you should just breeze into college with and know how to get like straight A's right away. So yeah, it actually is what I expected it to be. It's just even better. This next one is a great one. It is something I've been working on. How do you balance socializing, working for good grades, and going out / concerts? It is definitely one of the things that took the most adjusting. However, again, I like went into school knowing that I was going to have to adjust everything over the summer, and like moving to New York, I gave myself a lot of time to just figure stuff out. And so I had a lot of free time. Pretty much any time of the day I could go out with friends or film videos or take pictures or just like, you know, go to a K-pop concert, whatever. Getting into school has definitely changed my lifestyle a lot. That's one of the reasons I decided to go back to school, because I really wanted to be super busy again, and I wanted to have like a schedule and have something that was like required of me. I tend to think that it's really good for us as people to have responsibilities that other people are imposing on us, and also like having a pattern. Yeah, a pattern, rhythm. That's the word I'm looking for. I really value having a rhythm to my life. So I love being in college, and the fact that I know I have classes at these times. I have no classes on Wednesdays, so a lot of times Wednesdays is when I hang out with people or edit some videos and whatnot, get extra homework done. I think ultimately, for me, I try to remind myself that even when you're in school, school is not all that you are. So for me, I'm in school, but I'm also a YouTuber. I'm also a person who needs alone time. I'm a person who needs socializing time just as much as I need alone time. Learning to like value those things equally and not think that homework is the end all be all and that getting good grades is the end all be all, because while it is important to, strive to like do well in school, I also think that grades, while important in some areas of our lives, definitely don't define who we are, and they don't even necessarily define our success in our career further in life. So I try to really keep a level head, and it's not something that comes naturally because I'm an achiever, I'm a perfectionist. I've always gotten straight A's my whole life. Academically, the school that I'm going to is very challenging, and one of the things that they told us over and over and over again going in is that you won't get straight A's right away. So just remembering that, like, one, good grades are not who you are. Just because you're not getting straight A's or you're not top of the class doesn't mean that you're not doing well. It doesn't measure your success as a person. And then also that good grades are just like a measure of learning. So instead of focusing too much on what grades I'm getting back, I just try and focus really on learning and on like learning the way that my professors want me to, because they are related, but they're not always the same. Like, I don't think that you always will get good grades if you absorb what you're learning in your classes, if that makes sense. So, wow, rabbit trail. That's not even really what the question was about. Summary. I balance those things time-wise by paying attention to what I value and prioritizing the things that are important to me. So spending time with my friends and having fun, shocker, is a priority. I definitely had to adjust to that getting into school, because the first couple weeks I was like, I don't have time to like do anything fun or creative or hang out with friends. I have to get all this homework done. And I'm here to tell you that there's a lot of hours in the day and you can get way more done than you think. And so spending time with people doing the things that are fun to you, like for me, being creative and like posting on my Instagram stories, value those things as well, because when you give that time for yourself, you'll be better able to study and get your homework done. And I've been amazed by the fact that like I always get everything done, even when I think there's no way, I have way too much homework this week, and then spend a whole day not doing homework and just like out buying K-pop albums with my friends, I still get all my homework done. It's amazing. Oh, and that is not because I'm super talented or something. It's just that like I think we tend to stress more than we need to. This one is not a technically school-related question, and it is, how can I get a start into journaling like you do? I think it seems a really relaxing thing, and anything I can put K-pop in sounds good to me, but I don't know where to start. Mood. I love journaling. It has become my favorite, like, number one self-care thing that I do without fail every week. I think there's something really therapeutic about creating physically with your hands, like you're making art with your hands. I've never been really like a painter or like sculptor or that type of artist. Like I did paint growing up, but it wasn't like my thing, sketching, all of that. I'm not very talented at it naturally. And it wasn't something that I was like, ooh, I really want to get good at this, so I'm going to practice a lot. So journaling has been kind of one of my like first experiences with really making art with your hands. And there's something amazing about that, and I really, really value it. So, highly suggest. That being said, my approach with journaling is that it is something for myself. Like it's something that I do to create something beautiful. And therefore, it's an area of my life where I like try not to have perfectionism come in, to let it be like purely fun and just uplifting and revitalizing. And so that's kind of my approach with it. That means that all you have to do to get started is to just get started. Highly suggest buying some cute, adorable stationery. It doesn't have to be expensive. Like AliExpress is a blessing, y'all. The tools that you use can definitely be inspiring. I watch a lot of journaling videos on YouTube and look at Pinterest journaling spreads. Actually, like journaling videos on YouTube has been the majority of what I watch recently, other than K-pop videos. So yeah, buy some cute stationery stuff. Buy a journal that you like. and then approach it with a very like non-perfectionist, I'm just going to make something pretty for the sake of making something pretty, and journal about something that you're interested in. That's one of the reasons that I love watching K-pop journaling videos, because I think there's something really sweet and endearing about people who like just talk about what they love without any like, oh, I'm so shy, like I love this thing but I don't want to like put it out there. Express whatever it is that you like at the moment. I often make spreads of K-pop songs that I'm listening to, or like manga I'm reading, TV shows I'm watching, stuff I did with my friends that week. So it is purely for fun and a hobby. So don't get too caught up in like, oh, I don't know how to journal, because there's no right and wrong way to journal. My journal is very not professional. It's very simple. I don't get too fancy with it. So that's my answer. Okay. What is your favorite thing about university so far? I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you have a lovely day too. I love you so much. I've already talked a little bit about some of the things I love about university. My classes are definitely incredible. The professors at my school are just like wicked smart. The like lifestyle of having a pattern again. I love being busy again. Like I just love that feeling of getting home at like 9 o'clock at night after leaving at like 8:30 or whatever, and being so exhausted, getting in PJs and feeling like you worked really hard that day. That is just one of my favorite feelings. I just love it so much. But yes, I think more than anything, I don't know if it's more than anything, but definitely equal to the other things, is the like social aspect of being back in school. Man, it is so nice to be around peers again. I haven't been in that type of social setting where you're around a ton of people who are all in the same stage of life, all doing the same thing, and like all striving after the same things in so long. I don't know. I don't even know the last time. Maybe when I stopped taking ballet. Because I was homeschooled, my experience with high school was a little bit different. And I loved homeschooling. I loved my high school experience. And I've always really, really valued being friends with people in different times of life. Like, I don't like the idea of only being friends or only hanging out with people who are similar to me. However, it is really uplifting to be in a community where like everyone's doing the same thing. People are taking the same classes. Everyone has tons of homework. Everyone's really tired. And it's just nice to like be around a lot of peers like that. I think it feels really homey in a way. So I'm loving that so much. It's just been fun to like get to know people and meet so many new people. I hesitate to say anymore that I'm an introvert, because the original meaning of introvert that I learned was that you're energized by alone time, and then extroverts are energized by being with people. But I'm energized by both. I do need alone time, but I am also a really social person, and I love getting to know people. Like I thrive on that kind of connection. So being in like a, setting where there's all these people to meet is just so nice. And I love like, I don't know, hear about different people's lives. It's just great. I just love that. I can't find it in my comments, but I know that there was a question that one of you asked about how has my experience been different going into school being older. I know one of you guys asked it. I remember reading it, but I can't find it. I think you said you were 19 and you're going in like a year later, and so you were curious about my experience. So this has been one of the most positive things for me, that time that I took off in between high school and college. I did not take off because I really wanted to. I think I've hinted at this a couple times in my videos, but I had some health stuff go down, and so I had to take some time off of school. However, I love school, and if I hadn't had that health stuff go down, I wouldn't have taken time off. Looking back, I'm just so beyond thankful that I had that time off in between high school and college, because I'm older and because I'm going in to college with a lot more life experience, and I've been through some like hard stuff, and I already know how to approach challenges in life, and I already know myself really well. I know how I react negatively and how I react positively, and how to choose my reactions and not just be a completely knee-jerk reaction type person. That has changed my experience with college drastically. A lot of times I don't relate to what the freshmen are saying who are coming right out of high school. That doesn't mean that like I discount their experiences at all. And in some ways I'm exactly the same. The academics are just as hard. I'm experiencing the same things. It's definitely not a like I'm apart, like I'm so different. It's just that I think because I've been through some really challenging things in my life, the academics and like the challenges of meeting new people and all of that, it's not the hardest thing I've been through. And so I just know how to lean into those challenges already. And I think I'm really able to glean the positive stuff out of my school experience much better than I would have been able to if I'd been 18, 17, going into college and experiencing all of that for the first time. Not to mention the fact that like I already know how to grocery shop and cook for myself and do laundry and live on my own in New York City. I've got that down. I definitely have just been like looking back with a lot of gratitude recently because I'm so thankful to be going in to college older and like much wiser than I was when I was 18. For anyone who's like going into college a little bit older, don't let yourself feel like you're different than other people. Don't think too much of like, oh, I missed out on like the right way to do college, because that's not a thing. That is not true. I know that like in the US especially, we really put that pressure on ourselves. You have to do like high school 4 years, graduate, right to college, SATs, high scores, scholarships, all of that. There's a lot of pressure there, but I would just really encourage you to take that pressure off yourself. This sounds cheesy, but it's definitely true that everyone has different timing for their lives, and honestly, most freshmen would probably benefit from taking a year off. Everyone that I've met who took a year off, or 2 or 3, says that they're super thankful for like going into school older. And everyone that I've met who's already graduated who did not take time off, whenever I say I took a break, they're like, oh man, I wish I'd done that. So just look at where you are now. Don't imagine like, oh, if only I'd gone a year earlier, or if I'd only gone right out of high school. Like, don't imagine what's not happening now, but focus on who you are now, how you're experiencing school now, and look for the ways to be grateful, because I think thankfulness is so powerful. That's what I've really been focusing on, and it has made school like a really great experience so far, especially because I'm already 21, which is like way older than you normally are when you go into college. So if I can do it, so can y'all. I think those are all the questions I'm going to answer for today. I'm going to make a separate video talking about my specific study habits, how I organize my homework, planner situation, and all that shiz. So if you have any specific school-related questions that are more how do you study, how do you manage your time, that type stuff, leave them in the comments below, because I'm going to make an advice video on all of that. I just want y'all to know that I appreciate you and I love you so much, and I appreciate the like gentle reminders that you guys love my content and want to see me, because I just get like the sweetest little nudges from y'all being like, hey, miss you, but without being like, where's a new video, Emma? So yes, thank you for that. I also want to say that I'm going to work on putting out some more poems too, because I know that you guys, again, have been gently prodding me that you miss seeing my poetry on my channel and on my Instagrams. So that's going to be one of the things that I work on prioritizing after midterms, which are this week. For those of you going into midterms, just a little encouragement. You can do it. I'm with you in this. I know it's stressful. I know it's scary. But just remember that midterms are just another opportunity to learn. Your grades do not define you. So just do the best that you can. And if your grades don't turn out how you wanted, it's just a stepping stone. You can only get better. Don't stress about it. They don't define your success as a person, and it's just another opportunity to get better and get stronger. It doesn't mean anything negative about you. Love you all so much. Hope you're having a lovely day or night or afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, and I will see you in my next video.